Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're going to be playing around with Flux Pro. But first, we're kicking off this week's featured artist. It is none other than one of our moderators here, Cy Effin, and his music of No Emus. Let's do it, shall we? No Emus, that was Hardwired. Hello, and there you go. And we got plenty of tracks to play. We got four this week because we do 4 days of our featured artist, and that's Cy Effin, and he makes awesome music. He's an awesome human being, and he's one of our moderators here. So there's a link always pinned to the top of the chat. Click it, and each day there'll be a different link. Tomorrow there'll be like a band camp. There's always we'll try and put different links up to go and find out more about Cy Effin's tunage. Yes, indeed. Welcome to the show. It's How to App on iOS. I'm Jade. It's the start of a brand new week here. It is Monday, Sunday for the rest of you living in the past. And today we're looking at a really, really cool app. Let's jump in and say hello to everybody here. Hello, Brad Example. What's going on? Thomas Christ, Barry Glenn, and Joe Glenn, and Cy Effin, of course. Surfing, good to see you. And David Collette is here. Hello to you. And we're just going to jump straight in because I want to cover as much of this app as I possibly can today because it's really cool. It's worth your time. It's a great app. It is a great app. We're going to jump in and do this first. Hey, did you know this is the website for How to App on iOS? It is howtoapponIOS.com. You can watch the show daily in the browser. See, there it is live in the browser. Whole lot of links to stuff. All the playlists are here and everything like that. Plus, there is a link to the recommended gear guide that you can check out and see all the stuff that I use in my studio. And there are Amazon affiliate links. So if there's anything in there that tickles your fancy, if you purchase it through this gear guide, they break off about that much and send it my way, and it helps the channel. All right, let's have a look at price drops. Are there any? I haven't checked today. Drum Surgeon from 4 Pockets, which is really cool. Thank you, Thomas, for putting the link in the chat there. Man, it's still an ongoing thing, I swear. That's all I seem to be doing these days. Thank you, Plague. So $5.99 to $4.99. Base levelers on sale, $5.99 to $3.99. There's Toshiba, which is down a couple of dollars as well. Yes, the Model 15 modular synth and Mini Moog Model D are on sale. And a bunch of Bleece apps are on sale as well. And let's jump over to today's app because we'll just make sure this is the price because I'm pretty sure this is on sale at the moment as well. This is Flux Pro from Caelum Audio, and there's multiple ways you can get this. So it is on iOS, currently $6.99, and get it before it goes. I think it's on sale until, I don't know exactly when it's on sale till. I'd have to, let's check the App Store. Does it say there? I can't remember. My brain is fried. There it is. So intro sale, 40% off, which ends on the 20th of May. So you've got a little bit of time to get it. What does it do? What is it? What's it all about? I hear you say. Well, it is a movement modulation multi-effects thingamajig that will take a sound that is stagnant, dead, lifeless, and turn it into something that is moving around, animated, and really, really interesting. So, as I said, there are a few ways you can get this. So, not only can you get it on iOS, but you can also get it on PC and Mac, and I have both of them. I have it on PC and Mac, so it is a VST and an AU. There is the price. It's at an intro price. I think that's in pounds, so £29 for both of them. I think it's yes on the App Store. Is it on the App Store? Oh, that's the iOS one. Yes, so it does run really well, and I can show you that. Let's jump over first to my Mac. There's my Mac over here, and we can open up something like GarageBand. If I open up GarageBand over here, maybe. So I have this track, and I'm not going to go into it on here, but just to show you that it does work. I have this track here. Let's play it. I think it's a... Oh, we need sound. So it's a Pete Johns ditty. Murdering Time. And on track 1, I have Flux Pro here. There it is. I should be able to turn it on. Only feeling the pain. There you go. Oops, it crashed. What's going on? That's not cool. There we go. That's better. Set it to this. So it does work on Mac as well. That's the first time I've seen that happen. I was using it heaps yesterday. And I had it running on my PC as well in Reaper, and it worked absolutely nice. So there you go. Let's close out of GarageBand. Goodbye, GarageBand. Don't save. We don't need to save. And we'll jump back over here to iOS. So there you go. It is available on all 3 platforms, not through the App Store, so it's not one of those kind of purchases. Alrighty, shall we open up a project? Hello, Max Abstract. Good to see you. I'm going to open up a project that I've kind of sort of made here in AUM. And let's have a listen to what I made. And as you'll see here, what I'm most of the instruments in here are AUDSP. Yeah, so if you've seen the show on that I did on this ages ago, you'll know it's not really an instrument, but I'll show you more about that now. We'll hit play and let's bring in some music. Alrighty, I'm going to take out the drums. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out all of the Flux Pros out of this track and watch what happens to the music. You ready? So this is what I started with before anything else, before adding Flux Pro to each instrument. Sheer noise. So what this does, it takes a straight, flat sound and just gives it movement, excitement, rhythm, whatever you want to add to it. You can basically turn anything into rhythms and music. It's fantastic. Plus, you can add it to things like drums and get different kind of textures and layers. But we'll jump in and have a look at how easy it is to use, because that's the key to this thing. It's absolutely super simple to use. Listen to that. Lovely. Oh, we'll go back up here. Let me have a sip of my coffee from my cup, which you can get from the merch store, the Unt cup. Everyone needs a little bit of Unt in their life. So I'll kill this. We'll kill this project. We'll clear this out and bring in something new, yeah? So how about we just start off with AU Gen X, or even, yeah, we'll use that. We'll do that, yeah. AU Gen X, and in the effects slot. So remember, you can use this in GarageBand, Cubasis, whatever you want. So whatever sound you've got running in, you use this as an AUV3. Hello, Leela. Good to see you. Let's bring this in. I think it's on iPhone. Let me check. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm just looking on my iPhone. I'm pretty sure it's sitting on my iPhone. Where are you? Yes, it's on my iPhone, so it works. Absolutely on everything you can poke a stick at. So we'll do a search for it. Flux Pro. Now remember, there's Flux Mini. That's for free, and my Daily Digest still isn't up yet. Hopefully later today we'll pop this up, the Daily Digest. So that's a free, kind of really watered down, smaller version of Flux Pro. Flux Pro has so many more options. So we're going to bring in Flux Pro as an AU. Thank you very much, David Collette. Sorry, I have to run. I'll listen to this later. Not a problem. Thank you for the cool email. I just got that before the show. I'll respond to you soon, David. Have a great evening. So if we open up AU Gen X here, basically AU Gen X creates some wonderful tones and stuff, yeah, and white noise. So if I hit play, now we're getting an effect there. There's our tone in AU Gen X. So we've got a volume here, and I can mess around with this tone. We've got our squares and so we'll take this down a little bit so it's not super annoying. Although it's going to get annoying. There you go. And let's bring in Flux Pro. And straight away you can see what's happening here, yeah? So we're getting sound as it travels along here. Woo, 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 woo. Up here is your loudness. So this is like a drawn-in sine. So you're getting that kind of sound. And just quickly, this is your graph where you can draw things in. You've got 3 of these. You've got A down the bottom here, which we're on. B, there. And C. So you can have 3 of these different things drawn in here, and they can all manipulate the sound. This middle pane gives you 4 effects, and if you click on these little bars here, it closes them up. So each one here I can open up, and there's a section for an effect. This one's empty, this one's empty, and this one's empty. And the way you add things in, we'll go back to here. There we go. Number 1. You have a whole bunch of effects in here. So you've got 2 filters. You've got a delay fixed, width, phaser, chorus, flanger, a rate modulation, ring modulation, and a utility. Yeah? And you can have up to 4 of these. And within, let's go back to A here. So we'll just focus on this one here. There's 2 ways you can use these effects, right? So let's just take this here and turn this down. So you can have, you've got your cutoff here for your filter. So this is just a filter. Yeah, just a normal filter. And down below each of the knobs that you'll find here in these effects and down here, there's this little box which has a plus and a negative. So this is where you control, and you'll see a little line appear above the cutoff, where you control what's actually happening within this section. So I can take the resonance here and turn this up. Then I can... So you can do that with all the effects you add in here. So if I add a delay in here... Now, I'll try and be clear. Let's zoom in on this. We'll just turn it down for a second. See this delay? If you have, down the bottom, underneath all of these knobs, everything's set to 0, all you are using is this effect as a delay. Yeah? It's just a delay effect. But once you add down here some of this and turn it up or into the plus or into the minus, that's when you are adding this effect into... so if we turn this back up now... And then you can use the mix of this to actually add in feedback and delay. Now things can get quite chaotic. It's really easy to make really unique sounds. Trust me on this. I mean, within a second we've gone from ooh to this. Lovely. So you can actually move these around as well, really easy by dragging your finger. So these are they purple? These things here, they can actually change the axes of the main dots here. You can draw dots in really easy just by double tapping, and you can start building a whole bunch of crazy shapes and patterns. What's really cool, now that I've drawn that in, I might want to save this. So what you need to do is head over down the bottom here. Let's go back to this screen, to user, and there's a little plus, and very easily I can just go bang, and that's saved. How cool is that? So you can save your drawings, whatever it is that you're doing, super easy. Let's focus on down here for a second. So these are where all your presets are. So you can actually grab one of these, drag it up here onto the palette, and depending where you move it, see how there's a little box underneath? This tells you how much of the screen it's going to take up. So you can go all the way. We'll drag that up and go all the way. Or I can grab this like square one, go half. We can grab this triangle and just go, say, a little ways, like... And you can start building your own ridiculous patterns. And then I can head over to my user and bring this thing in that I made and just put that maybe right at the start. It's pretty damn easy to use and super fun. Alright, so let's cover this little section down here. So you've got this is actually synced at the moment to AUM, which is at 60 BPM. So there's a little sync button down here. And now I can change the time going up. Slows it down, you've got bars, 16 bars. So really good for like doing odd drones and just moving, really slow moving stuff. I mean, this is this is so much fun. Or you can, so we're at 8 bars there, 4 bars, 2, 1 bar, half, and you can go super fast. Or you can unsync it, and you've got milliseconds. Let's slow it down. It was really nice slow. Really, really nice. Okay, so you've got panning as well. So you can pan left and right. And as I said before, underneath you have these bars here. So you can apply what's happening up the top to your panning too. So now you'll see it's going to pan, go back and forward between the middle, because I've turned that up and pulled this back. So you can see the line across the top of the pan. It's showing you how much of the pan it's going to... So that's really cool. You've got an amp here, which is pretty much like a volume. And you can decide your mix as well. And again, now I'll show you something really cool. I love these buttons here. These are the best. So we have over here this like two arrows pointing together, and we've got two arrows underneath pointing apart. If I hit the two arrows pointing together, check this out. Boom, it doubles up. And you keep doing it, and it just keeps doubling up and doubling up. And the button underneath subtracts. So we can add, subtract, go all the way back out. And if you just want a flat line, and now we're back to a basic flat line for you to start to draw your own things in. Nice. So the effects we have on here, we have this filter, we've got a delay on here, and you can add up to 4, right? But let's jump over and head to B, because we're on section A here. If we head to section B, you'll see we've got this triangle, and you can start creating rhythms because you can have different timings and stuff, yeah? But you'll notice this thing's bugging away faster, but we've got no sound. Why have we got no sound? Because we have no volume over here. So if we bring in the volume on this one, and so forth, we can, on our third, we'll go back to our second one here. Let's add something interesting to this. Go back here. And so we have a C as well, and we can do the same thing. And so we've got 3 sets of patterns down here. So we've got a basic, we've got a side chain, miscellaneous, and there's a scroll wheel to really add some unique stuff in here. Let's throw this one in. This is our C. Let's add another effect in here. Let's add, what do we want to add? We've got this delay fixed. So now we've basically got these 3 sections all working together. It's really good fun. All right, so I'll cover this up the top here as well. You'll see this little section, let's zoom in on it, this little section up here, it's like a little toolbar. You can bring this up, or you can turn it off really easy. Let's jump into our settings. So here's our toolbar. You can change the grid size in here, the smoothing, all this kind of stuff. But this toolbar, I've actually got it to show on. You can turn this off. And this toolbar solely works for this section here. So you've got you can turn this on and have things magnetized. So when I move pieces, they're going to magnet to the grid. If I turn that off, you've got free reign to move things around. You've got a pencil tool. So whenever I touch with my finger, it'll just add sections. If the pencil's off, I have to double tap to create things. You've got a eraser. So whatever I touch just disappears. So this little toolbar is really handy to, you know, get down and do some fine tuning, stuff like that. Turn off the eraser. Alrighty, I'm going to run through some presets just for fun. And then we'll come back and I'll open up a few other things that I have made with this. I love how we've got one tone happening here. And it's become a rhythm section. So you get a crap load of presets as well. So this is, I start on the init patch. We've got bass lines. So as you can see, as I go through A, B, and C, I'll just turn it down for a second. What's really cool is, as you go through each of the sections, so we're on A at the moment, and when I move to B, you can actually see a representation of what's happening on the other graphs here with these images. So you can actually see the rhythms that are happening underneath. It's really, I really love it. And as well, with the cutoffs, see over here when when I'm on this section, the little line around the knob tells you, coordinates to the color of which section you're on. So you can see what section has a cutoff, what section has resonance. It's really neat how all these little sections here will show you what's going on. So that's really cool. We'll turn this back up and just click through some stuff. And again, anytime I want, I can just drag into any section. Now we're getting jiggy. So what I've done here with AU Gen X, I've turned on the noise, the white noise. So if you start thinking about it, you can actually create hi-hats, snares, kick drums, bass lines, All just from using a sine wave or anything, because there's so much movement with this, yeah? What's going on, Mr. Smith? Here we go. Shall we add something else in? Let's add like a Waverly table or something. Waverly XL. And I'll connect a keyboard. And we'll hold the notes down. Here we go. It's really easy to start building up sounds. We'll add another A Gen X. But what else can we do? We can add it to drums as well. We'll just hide this keyboard. Let's bring in Flux in here to our drums, to Hammerhead. Yeah, boy. And there's a whole bunch of sections here. So you've got bass, drums, guitar, keys, resamples, synth, vocals, simple. So let's head over to drums. Maybe. Now what you see, what's really interesting with the delay, see on this delay we have time selected, and this time is pulled down here in this level. So we're getting this slowdown effect wherever there's a section that dips below the line or raises above the line. Really interesting stuff, what you can achieve with the delay. Let's add in a filter here. And in your filters, you have so many things to choose from here as well. You have basic filters, so your low, band pass, high pass, notch filters, all pass, high shelf, low shelf, peak. You've got these ladder filters, formant filters, like a male and female filter. And again, we can just change little sections of this. Again, if you want to save any of these patterns, really easy, just bang, it's saved. Man, can you hear what's going on there with the panning? Where is that? Let's go down and have a look. So you can see here where these lines are drawn in. We have this pan turned up all the way, and that's how we're getting this pan effect. Really interesting stuff. What's going on, Jamie dude? We'll bring in these again. And remember also, you can go in and save any presets. So this whole package here includes these 3 sections. Right. So to save a preset, just head up here to your save button. And we'll call this just a demo and hit save. So now this is in my user presets. Really easy to save stuff. What else can we throw in here? Let's do some of this, the app we're going to do tomorrow. The HS synth. We'll solo this out so you can hear what's going on. So we're just holding down a note that's on the keyboard here. Shall we just find a preset? What are in these simple ones? So we've got octaves. Try that again. There you go. Wow, how cool is that? Just created an entire octave. Let's turn that off. No, here we go. So you can hear there's an octave under there. We can add some movement to this as well. We can get this thing going. So now we've got a little bit of movement in there. This is on track B. Let's jump over to this. We've got this delay fixed over here. Changes to. Now we're talking. Man, this thing is crazy. You know what the most fun about it is? That once you understand the basic setup, so you've got your 4 effects slots here. There they are. 4 effects. You open them up just by clicking here. You understand where all your patterns are that you can drag in as you like. And here's where your 3 sections are. You can just add whatever the fuck you like. Let's bring this thing in that I made before. We'll slow this down a bit. Hey, what's going on, Russ? Let's put this one in here. We'll head over to our filter here. Give it some resonance. And we'll use our chorus here. Let's try using the chorus. Bring this mix down. And the beautiful thing is, when we take all of these out, I think this app is absolutely wonderful. I'm just going to save this for now. I don't even know why. Will I use it again? Probably never. But I love saving things that you make. We'll call this show Demo 3 or something like that. I think I've got a number 2 in here. I think I made this really basic one last night. And what's this got going on? Again, made from nothing. So just a simple sine. What have we got in here? We've got this thing going on. So what's cool is too, just so you make sure we got this, you are aware of this, as you change between the A, B and C, you can change the timing, right? So you can see A's on 14T, so we can change this up. Then we can slow this right down. Let's add something like Let's go to our user bank. Let's add this thing in here. And see, we can change. So you've got these 3 different sets of timing to create all these really interesting sounds. This is $6.99. Yes, Thomas has just put up here. So one thing that frustrates me though, this is $6.99 US for iOS. The Mac version is pretty much the same. It's $29.99. Yeah. It is what it is, isn't it? I guess we were saying last week how some apps are they're getting to that point where you can buy it on iOS and it works on Mac. This one isn't that way. I think you're still going to get that kind of thing happening until we let's add some delay to this. Let's go in and change the sound of this. So we're going to a Sai says that's the thing about desktop costs. iOS is so much cheaper, but then again, the devs survive on iOS income only. They can't, because everything's so cheap. So yeah, that's come from that. I really love this app. I think it's really fantastic. There's so much fun to be had with it. Let's turn that down. Super easy to understand. Hopefully you got what I was doing with it. Dragging things in from here. Super simple to do. You can actually, I forgot to mention this as well, so you can actually change the direction of these with these little arrows down here. So upside down. You can take something like this and drag it in here. Have it upside down. Drag one in there. You can flip them around again. So, and again, we can go in here and we can double this up. So now if we bring the sound back up, you've just got so many options. What? Do I have time? Of course I have time. Oh, pick a track. Hello. Oh, yeah. Let's do this. La 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 la. Cool. Let's add some time to this. This mouse. Let a filter. Whoa. Oh dear. La 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 la. Whoa. Oh my. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Yeah. Oh. Whoa. So these are the simple kind of effects in here. We have these simple ones. My do 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 do. How cool is that? It creates a beat to my vocal. Whoa. That's pretty sick. Got these guitar ones. Look, it's pretty cool. I have to admit it. $6.99. There's absolutely a ton of stuff you could do with this. I've barely scratched the surface. You know, ooh, I have that microphone up. An incredible app. Absolutely worth your time. But, you know, apps aren't Pokemon. But, you know, sometimes these things come along and they're really fantastic. Again, like we looked at last week with Uda, just really limitless. Lots of ideas can come from really nothing, just from creating a simple sound, one tone, and you can create all these rhythms just within one instance of it. So I think it's really cool. Absolutely worth your time if this is the style of stuff you're into. Tomorrow, what are we doing on the show? We are looking at tomorrow. Boom, 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 boom. We are doing VHS synth. That's what we're looking at tomorrow. So you've probably seen heaps of videos on it. It's really popular. It's really cool. I'm going to attempt to make some really cool music with this, something really 80s and retro. So that should be fun to kick off the show tomorrow. And remember also we have Brad Example coming on the show at the end of the week for an interview. Not an interview, just a hang kind of thing. So really, really good stuff. So, and remember, Flux Pro is on sale until the 20th. So you've got plenty of time to do all that. And remember, if you're feeling low and you need a pick-me-up, you can always get a bump from Amber.
Mental condition.
That's it, honey. That's it. That's it.
It's still here, Your Honor.
Feel better? All right. All right, guys.
May we approach you?
We'll see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And we all rise together. Adios, amigos.